Yes, thank you. I'm Hugo James. I'm one of the founding partners of EDT Ventures, which is a new fund seeking to back Series A plus dual-use technologies across Europe. My background is really in defense and finance. I spent the first decade or so of my life as a soldier in the British Army, and then moved into investment banking before the last 5 years running the UK National Security Strategic Investment Fund, which is really the corporate venture arm of the UK National Security and Defence departments. Yeah, I think we don't see these two areas as necessarily in tension with each other. I think the geopolitics, particularly around European strategic autonomy, is a major driving force. I think for our strategy, it's really understanding the key problems that governments and security agencies are facing and mapping those capability requirements onto investment targets that can really benefit from a multi-decade tailwind rather than potentially a much shorter duration, 2-year contract length. And that's really where you need the domain experience to navigate the very complex world of national security and defense across Europe and ultimately find the right companies that are solving these key challenges that will impact not only our defense, but also our security and resilience. Good question. And we're definitely in a major structural transformation, I would say. If you look at the European context, we're now focused on rebuilding the whole defense industrial base and of course the wider industrial base to support resiliency across the continent. That's also being matched with historic levels of funding going into this space and largely focused on dual-use technologies. In Europe, you have more than €1 trillion being dedicated for innovation before the end of this decade. So it is a multi-decade investment theme, and I think that gives a lot of comfort to LPs as a thesis. Of course, you have to balance that with execution risk. And I think, again, this goes back to having managers that know the space, know where the key problems are, and have the right networks and connectivity into the ecosystem to find the right managers or find the right management teams and then back those as they scale. Yeah, I think this is a key differentiator for us particularly, and it goes back to the cycle versus structural shift. There is an element of cycle certainly within the context of European strategic autonomy. I suppose rounds are happening very quickly and investors might be tempted to sacrifice some of the due diligence rigor that they ordinarily would do in a less competitive time frame. But for us, that's a core part of the overall intelligence and due diligence undertaking that we would conduct. And really in defense and national security, you have to be very clear about the regulatory environment, the export environment, the compliance environment that these technologies are operating within, because they can either be major limiting factors for a company's growth, or they can be significant tailwinds for that company's growth over a decade plus. And being able to distinguish between the two is pretty critical. I think, again, it goes back to domain experience. If you're working with governments, they have very specific requirements around new capabilities, the level of physical and digital security that those technologies would require. And then, of course, navigating a pretty complex ecosystem of multiple different governments, multiple different capability frameworks and procurement frameworks, that requires real expertise, which hopefully, again, we can offer.